tiny balcony, and we're happy to see you. Thanks for coming.
Yes. Waiting for you to join.
Well, it's windy today and quite cold actually.
Yeah, a bit cold as for summertime.
So how are you? Please write where are you joining from.
Hello, Nancy.
Hi. Hi everybody. So we are again at home in Kiev. We're quite fine.
Hi, Jessica.
Hey Jessica. Chapati is inside. We'll definitely show you a bit later. And yeah, happy to see you all. Chapati is inside and we are on a balcony. It's not enough space for all of us, so we will definitely show you Chapati later.
Just a bit later. Yeah, Jessica writes that it's opposite in Canada. A heat warning today.
Vicky from America. Hi Vicky.
Hello. Hello, guys. Please stay safe, sending positive vibes. Thank you so much. Hugs. Thank you. Love from Sussex, UK.
Hey
Hello
to
to
UK.
UK.
Butter naan.
Butter naan. We will show you her a bit later. We are still making our streams from our tiny balcony because Chapati starts to behave really bad when we start to talk to the camera.
Yes.
So
She demands attention.
Yes, she demands attention and we don't want her to be upset. This is why we started to make the streams from the balcony, even though it's not very comfortable for two of us sitting here. You can see that we are sitting on different
Distance to camera.
Distance, yeah, because it's just impossible to put two of our butts on this single chair. It's a beanbag.
Lots of love from India, from the Fluffiest Squad 8.
Hello guys,
Hello
really
to
glad
India.
that you find time in order to join our Sunday live streams. So,
Tell me about our week.
Our week. I wouldn't say that there was something really special about this week. It was kind of nice as comparing to the overall situation we have here. I guess we were a bit more energetic than usually during these last months after the full-scale war has started in Ukraine. But I guess we don't have something really special to tell because we did almost all the things we usually do. So there is
During last week, right?
Yeah. So there is nothing too much new. I still didn't start my course, which I was granted for. I just want to finish a few of other projects I have in my mind before I will start to
Dive
deeply
the new world.
to the new world of narrative design and writing scenaries for video games.
Yes.
I guess I need my mind to be empty from some other stuff before I start. What else? We still do our best in learning Spanish. This is probably one of the best stabilizations as for now because even though we don't have opportunity to move to Spain now, we don't know whether it will be possible and when it will be possible. But when you keep learning Spanish, you
it's like aiming your goal.
Yeah. It brings you the idea in your mind that everything is still possible, and And by the way, if any one of you knows Spanish, please let us know, because I guess having a practice in conversations with real people would be a very great idea. Also, yeah, Eugene still studies on his course.
It will go on for 6 more months, so
Yeah.
it's a long story.
Yeah, what else? I guess there is only one new scene in my life during this last week. I started to free write.
Mhm.
It's an amazing technique which really now helps me. So in such cases, like we have now, when you have lots and lots of questions in your mind and no answers, only questions, when you start to free write, it helps you out to find some solutions. So the key point of free writing is that you put a timer for 15 minutes. Someone do that for more, like I like 15 up to 20 minutes. I put a timer and I start to write on my notebook, because for me it's much quicker than writing with hand. You start to write everything which goes on your mind. And what is very important, that you don't have to put any commas, or you don't have to correct mistakes
Or worry about your style.
worry
right?
about your style. You need to write as quickly as possible to follow your mind, because if you start to stop for something,
Mhm.
you can lose what is here. And the idea is to follow your mind and to go in this type of a flow where everything is typed. And then by the end, of course, you will never get a masterpiece of copywriting. The text is never good, but you will always find a solution when you start to read it.
Mhm.
It helps to bring a structure to your thoughts. Yeah, so I started to do that after, I guess, last time I did that maybe a few years ago, and I finally started to do that again, and I see that it really helps me now during these hard times when my mind is full of questions.
Mhm.
I started to find at least some solutions, and I hope that making that each day will bring my mind
So this
back
is kind
to normal.
This is a kind of psychotherapy. So you just if your mind is open to writing, if you can create stories, or you just can write, because for some people writing is not the option. But if it's your like style of thinking, if you like
writing,
it will definitely help you to, first of all, to empty your head, just to get rid of all these ideas jumping around your mind. So it's just stabilization, and it really helps, even for me, who is not a writer at all. When I used to work with this technique, I thought it's really amazing. So if you dare, you'll benefit from that.
Yeah, Ravi Kiran asks if everything is fine here. And unfortunately it's not, because Russia still terrorizes our country, and during the last weeks there were so many shellings, like real terroristic acts.
Yeah, when
Because-
they fired the centers of the cities, killed so many civilians in different cities across the country with rockets, with missiles which were directed to peaceful cities. So many people died, and This is kind of, the attempt to scare everybody, so people would pray for any kind of peace, even on terms which could be dreadful for Ukraine. And this is the strategy of Russia, just to make everybody scared. But luckily, our people are brave, and of course, so many civilians die. But what can we do? It's the war, and the only solution for that is to win on the battlefield. So we need to live with this for now.
Yeah, so actually everything what happened during this week, it was really scary. It's horrible what is going on, but when you live with that for so many months already, you start to get used to everything. Yeah, so at times such situation can scare you so much, but like during this week, I would say that it didn't touch me that much, because like your mind is you're already traumatized. Yeah.
Of course, it's awakening different hateful feelings, and of course you're full of emotion when this happens, but like you understand that it will continue for some time until we win, so you can do nothing.
So at times you put a kind of a shield on your heart, because you know that you will have to deal with that so many more times, and if you let panics inside you now, this will last for too long. At times you have to be more cold-minded. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so unfortunately, this is the trauma which probably will never leave us.
Yeah, and we need a lot of time to heal, but it could only happen after the war ends. So just
thank you so much, Viktoran. We do our best. And thank you for your prayers, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else? What else? As I've already told you, not that many news. So we ask you to ask us questions, because it's a bit hard to tell something this Sunday, because just kind of regular week, let's say.
Yeah, tomorrow we are meeting Chapati's friends Mishka and Arya, as Kristina's parents came to town for a few days, as Kristina's mother had a birthday, and we will meet tomorrow for a small celebration, for a family style celebration. So yeah, Chapati is gonna be happy about seeing Mishka and Arya, and also we are thinking about having a short trip near Kiev, just to show you some. We already told about that, just to picture some places which were destroyed.
Yeah, we planned to make that during the last week, but it was totally rainy.
Yeah, the weather was so awful.
Yeah, so it was
cold.
Just not the best weather for making a photo set. So we hope to make that next week.
Gita is asking how's Chapati doing. She's okay. She's recovering after all this false pregnancy and being overreactive and over emotional. Right now I'd say she's much better, but we just don't want to trigger her with our online streams. That's why we just left her sleeping. She's inside, and we'll definitely show you very soon.
Dimple writes, "Hi Chapati, Kasa Aches Mitra." If you could translate, that would be amazing, but I guess maybe that's kind of a prayer, or please let us know. I also have nice news. This week I found some nice postcards, which I'm going to mail, which I'm going to mail to all our patrons. I still want to find something else in order these letters to be more valuable, but I started to do that, so I hope that very soon all our patrons will receive a hi from Ukraine, a physical hi from Ukraine.
So this was from Marathi language, and it says, "How are you doing?"
How are you doing?
Thank you for teaching us some phrases. It's amazing to know anything new, especially in languages from India.
Yeah, so as we've told, I guess we're quite fine. I guess I really feel much better than all those months before. I'm still very far away from normal, but having some progress is always good, even if this progress is not that big and drastic.
Yeah, answering questions from Gita and Aparna. No, Chapati wasn't pregnant. It's a false pregnancy. It's when dogs are not neutralized, and after the heat, like as normally in the nature, every heat the dog becomes pregnant. So her body is preparing herself to pregnancy and to giving a birth. That's why the overall hormonal levels, they change drastically, and like the dog receives so many different hormones which are not common during everyday life, and that's why they are starting to be protective, starting to be overreactive. And like when you see it, it's a bit like crazy. But
sometimes she behaves a bit weird during these periods, and it's the biggest dilemma for us, because we already told you that we lost our previous dog because of the surgery. When we neutralized her, she had an autoimmune reaction, which is like 1 in a million, but she died after that, and it was a great trauma for us. We're still afraid of this kind of surgeries, but still, you know, when Chapati feels not that good with all this false pregnancy, you start to
ask questions whether
you did right or you did wrong. But as for now, I guess it's already a bit too late to correct the situation, because Chapati is already 5 years, and the earlier you make the surgery, the better it is. And now it's a bit of risky.
But we are giving her some minor medications just to relieve her like overall state. But I mean,
so it's like sedatives which are made out of herbs.
Really simple, good,
very light ones. Jessica writes, thanks for explaining all that about how the Russians are trying to use fear, terror to get Ukraine to submit to them. You guys are so brave. Ukrainians are so brave, and you will persevere and win. Persevere and win. Thank you, Jessica. Really hope that we will go through all this and we will win, because we actually don't have any other choice.
Simran asking whether it's possible to save the live to the Insta feed, because like she can't attend full today but wants to see it later.
Of course, I will share. We will have this video on Facebook and on YouTube. I will just share it tomorrow in the stories, so you could rewatch it without any problems.
Yeah, I think it's better to do this because
So we started not to save these videos on Instagram because for Instagram it's very long videos. They are usually not watched fully with all the followers,
of course.
and then we have a great decline of reach of our posts. This is why we don't save them in the feed.
Yeah, because as the video itself is long and only few people watch it fully, so
Instagram starts to think that you are not interesting, and that is why they don't show your posts anymore to the
yes.
followers.
And they
So
reduce
this is
reach.
why we now save it only to Facebook and to YouTube.
Asish, hello Asish, thank you for joining us. So if you guys have any questions, we will definitely answer them.
Yeah, because I'm not sure if we have something more to tell, to be honest.
What we really want to do is to have this small trip around Kiev and to make some pictures of those devastating, let's say, even war passes, some kind of weaponry which was left near Kiev, which was destroyed by our army, Russian weaponry, just to make few videos to show you how it looks like. And of course we haven't seen it by ourselves, and we need to know how it wasn't.
Yeah, because it's always very, very different feeling when you see something on the video and when you see that with your own eyes. Totally different emotions. And of course, these emotions won't be easy to deal with, but it's our life, and
Hey,
we need
Chapati.
to know what happened just
Hey, Chapati.
just 10 kilometers away from here.
Yeah, right near our home.
What Ju, hi Ju, nice to see you today again. What is the weather like with you? It is very hot in the UK. During the last week, the weather in Ukraine wasn't that hot. We had rains each day, and now it's like not cold but cool, I'd say. But next week is going to be hotter. Yeah, what are you watching?
She's watching.
Yeah, she's
What's
watching
happening
if there are
around.
any dogs walking on the streets. Jessica, has there been any warnings in Kiev this week? Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, like almost each time when a missile is heading somewhere in Ukraine, Kiev usually gets these alerts too, because at the beginning it's quite hard to understand where that missile is heading.
Mhm.
This is why they warn like different cities who could potentially be
In the risk zone.
yeah, in a risk zone.
And we are hoping to receive that anti-missile systems which were promised by United States of America, to really like great new modern systems from Norway, and they already been probably or shipped, or at least our soldiers became training on that systems. And if we receive them during next months, it's gonna be a great relief for at least 2 cities in Ukraine, because one system can only cover one major city, so probably Kiev could be covered, and one of the other big cities. And we hope that to happen as soon as possible, because it will help to reduce stress, to have some kind of relief, and of course to save people's lives.
It is really long awaited. Ravikiran writes that Chapati is really adorable, and we totally agree with you. Yeah. Hello.
She's a guard dog, of course.
Yes.
She's controlling everything. She needs to know that everything is under control and nobody behaves bad.
Oh, Jessica writes that she loves the tile on our balcony, by the way. Thank you.
Thank you, Jess.
Hello to Chapati. Oh, Valentin Desatnik is watching live video. Hi, Valentin.
It's some chapati for you.
Still stuck in Ukraine, yes. Why so serious? Asks Valentin.
Chappy.
Chapati, why so serious? Chapati is looking very proud today, writes Jew. Yes, I guess she's always proud because she knows that she's amazing. Indie dogs are really guard dogs. Yes, here I agree with you too. Знімаю капелюха. That was in Ukrainian. Our friend is watching the video and writing comments. So guys, if you have any other questions, we will wait a few moments for them because I guess that really it's not that many things we can
And
we can
it's
tell.
gonna rain, I think.
Yeah, looks like that. So please let us know if you have any other questions. And Jessica writes, she's looking down on her loyal subjects throughout the land, just like a princess. Yeah, we usually we call her our Indian princess quite often.
Because she is.
Because she's.
Aparna sends love to Chapati. Thank you, Aparna.
Thank you so much.
She's here.
Hello, baby.
She came to talk to us a bit. Okay, again.
She came to talk, but now she started to guard again. Here is Chhattisgarh. India is raining heavily. Now, hope your weather is good. I guess we will have rain too very soon, but
It's not gonna be heavy.
it's not gonna be
Just
really
regular
heavy.
summer rain. We don't have cyclones right now.
And it's always good for crops. So more rain, more vegetables will grow in Ukraine and more grain. Hope that stupid Russians won't steal them again as they already did.
Maker Shells, as always, sends love to Chapati. Thank you.
Thank you guys. So I
Yeah.
don't know, I guess maybe for what about your daily needs? What to tell? Daily needs.
We're still here.
We're still here. Our biggest daily need is the war to end, I guess,
Yeah.
because it ruins so many plans. It ruins everything.
We're on a low budget, very low budget, but we are not starving, luckily. And Chapati, we bought her food a few days ago, so she is stocked for at least next 6 weeks or something.
Yeah.
So we will go through it with your help, of course, with all the donations.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. But yeah, we need to win this war, and of course our forces, our army needs help and donations from all over the world. We are so happy that so many people around the world help us and donate to our army. And of course, we are seeing so many weapons from our allies across the world, from Western countries, namely United States, United Kingdom, of course, European Union countries, and Canada, and Australia, Japan. So many people in the world, they care about Ukraine, and thanks to those countries, we will definitely win, because otherwise nobody knows what could happen, and it would be
With the whole world.
more, yes, it could be more terrible, much more terrible. And right now we have all these chances, so please, if you can support Ukraine in any possible way, if you can donate to army or to social organizations, please do so. If you can just spread the word about war, which is real and which is killing so many people, please do that. If you can speak to your politicians and to some kind of influence them to support Ukraine, please do so.
Yeah.
So
Speaking about our daily needs, I still need to visit few doctors because I couldn't do that for already 3 years. First the pandemic started, then the war started. Now we just lack money, and visiting doctors is kind of expensive here. We don't have medical insurance, yeah, so we have to pay for each visit on our own.
but it's common for Ukraine. It's
Yeah,
not like
yeah.
everybody has insurance here.
So I need to visit a dentist, but I'm afraid because I know that the bill will be cosmic.
It's
and
not
few
like
more.
it's not like going there one time. You need to
Yeah, I will need to go there
To take
few
care of everything.
times. Luckily, I already visited a women's doctor, let's say, during this week, and I found out that everything is okay, and at least I'm happy about that. But I have few more doctors whom I have to visit, and this is of course a big problem when you lack money. Because like as for now we just have it for food, but nothing else, like absolutely nothing, only we can cover only food. By the way, Jessica asked about I'm here, back to the question, how is the fuel situation there now?
It's much better with some kind of fuels, namely with diesel. So the majority of gas station, they have diesel. As about gasoline, there is still a crisis, and governmental people, and structures, they promise to solve it in a month or two. So hopefully till the autumn it's gonna be resolved. But right now, yes, you need to
So
find
as
it.
for now, you can maximum take 20 liters.
Just a limit for one car.
And usually it takes you at least 30 minutes in a queue to
It all
have
depends on
that
time, but you need to have to be in a line.
for some time.
Yeah.
But of course, also the big problem is price, because Ukrainian gasoline used to be one of the cheapest in Europe, and now it's it's most expensive in
So
Europe.
it increased more than 1.5 times. So yeah, it's expensive.
While almost half people lost their jobs, and even
Yeah.
those who didn't lose their jobs, their salaries didn't get higher.
And of course we have like really huge inflation, and the prices increase, and our currency hryvnia value decreased. We lost comparing to main currencies of the world. So yeah, we lost almost half of our GDP. So it's gonna be a great economical crisis in Ukraine, but again, what we need is to work to be finished. We need to win it, and after that, we will rely on help of our European partners and partners around the world, and to rebuild our economy. It's gonna be hard, but it's our only option, and of course, we will do this.
They didn't leave us any other options.
Hi to Chapati from Roma.
Oh, Roma,
Haven't seen you for a while.
Haven't seen you for a while.
Thanks
yes.
for coming.
And thanks, Ravikiran, for all your concern and for your prayers. What about the situation? No, I guess we already answered this question. Chapati is here watching who is walking on the streets.
Yeah, it's right here. And it's gonna be rain very soon, I'll show you. Some heavy clouds, so I think that we will finish right now our stream, because Chapati actually is afraid of thunder. She's like,
So
she's scary.
We need to go back to the apartment
and
before
close
it
all
starts.
the windows
Yeah.
so she can't hear thunder.
Yeah, thank you, Becky, for your wishes so much. Thanks, guys. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for your support.
And we will definitely see you next Sunday. So please be in touch, and I hope that this week we'll finally make a post, because we need it. I mean, our Instagram just will lose all the activity and all the reach, and it's gonna be very hard to start over again if we continue being silent. So yeah, we need to come back to posting at least on some kind of regular basis.
Okay, guys, I'm now making print screens of your questions, and I guess we will answer them next time, because it's now going to rain heavily. Chapati will get afraid, so we need to come back to the apartment before everything starts.
So okay, I'll show you new Chapati once again, and
see you next week.
We're saying bye to you. Thank you for being with us. Have a great week and see you soon. And hi from Chapati. Yes, Chappy. Yes, Chappy. Oh.